Hey, Peace Drivers Toa, coming to do a special edition for you guys. I send you all love and light. Thank you all for hitting the like button, sharing my videos, and subscribing. You know I love it when you guys do this sort of thing. There are some imposters out there. I do not give you any rights to my videos, more so my spirit guides. So I won't say it again. Anywho, we won't give that too much attention. Y'all just make sure y'all tapped into the right one, okay? I send divine protection, peace, and love to all of my collective that are watching this. This is going to be a Dreamscope. My YouTube followers may be familiar with this, but it's definitely new to my TikTok. Okay. I had a dream, and it was about fire dragon. So I was in this big shopping area with my brother, and we were talking, and people, we were coming out of the store. We had a lot of stuff, and people were, it was a lot. It was a lot of people. I mean, everywhere though, in all stores. It was stores as far as the eye could see, like all around us. Busy, busy, full parking lots, a lot of traffic. We were in a huge area, okay? The clouds were smoke gun black. And obviously, that's where my attention is at, being the visionary that I am. um, he starts talking to somebody, and so I'm like looking off at the clouds, and the clouds look like dragon faces. Okay. But it's just a print, and it's just the side of the face, or this a little corner of it. It's not the whole thing. So I'm just intrigued at this point. Like, and they're everywhere. And they'll pop up and they'll disappear, and they'll pop up and they'll disappear. And I'm just like, and they look like red lightning bolts. The dragon faces look like red lightning bolts as I'm just, and I'm, is it me? Because I look at everybody else like, is there anybody else seeing this? Okay. Ain't nobody else looking. So we get in the car, we get ready to go over the overpath to go home, and hot lava starts to drip from the sky. But it's the dragons doing it. They're actualized now. They're not looking like clouds. It's actual dragons. And it was so strong that even the cars around it were catching on fire too. I could hear screams. I'm driving like a race car driver at this point to get in and out of traffic. Then the dragons started flying toward people's homes. And it was interesting how the fire came out, because it came out like cake. It came out like lava, what it looked like, but they weren't necessarily breathing fire. It was a more thick substance along with it. They heard something in Alabama last night. The bears are now leaving Yellowstone. First, it was the mountain lions. You're thinking meteor. I'm thinking volcano. Take some deep breaths. Back to the dream. So we get to my brother's house, and we're getting all the bags out of the car. And I get ready to leave knowing that this is happening, but there's somebody there begging me not to go. It's a little baby begging me not to go. This baby was clinging on to me, and it was hard for me to sneak off and leave. So then I saw the dragons getting like closer to my brother's home. So I go back inside because where am I going to go? I feel a dragon. You can feel the energy because it's so strong. It literally felt like a dragon was hovering over the house in the dream. And I did a mudra and a stance and shot the energy back up as if some type of communication. And the dragon left. And then other dragons, they slowly began to leave. And then the clouds began to get clear. 5:28 on the clock may be significant. That's 10. That's 5. That's 15. That's 6. That's balance and harmony. Um, Fire and dragons represent transition, okay, and change, purification, purified by fire. He said I'd come back with fire. If you're watching this and you're resonating, you've been seeing dragons, you've had these dreams, you have some type of raw power. You may not have ever been initiated. You may not have ever told nobody because they'll label you schizophrenic or crazy if you tell them you're hearing voices. You're clairaudient, baby. You're not crazy. I'm sorry they told you that. And everybody is so gung ho and happy about Medicaid and Medicare. And I'm thinking about the elderly that need their medication. I'm thinking about the people that will be running around like that McDonald's employee, a nation of that. Whoever you are, if you're resonating with this 333, you may have been seeing that. It was 333 when I was preparing to do this. You have raw power, you have you're telepathic, you can communicate with animals. You have tested the theory. You have possibly audibly thought you heard your animal speak, and you did. You don't work on it because you got afraid. And like you teach a baby to talk, you also have pyrokinesis abilities, the ability to telekinetically communicate with fire and work with fire. You are noble and you will not abuse this to harm anyone or to use in anger. The breath of fire sounds like panting from your diaphragm. You do that to raise your core's vibration, the solar plexus, when the heat waves come, so that you can adjust to a frequency very quickly. It's kind of how the monks are able to cook an egg on their head in the winter. You have mastery over your own inner power. You may even resonate being sovereign. And I give honors to every ascended master that respects sovereignty. I'd like to call on my spirit guides, ancestors, archangels of the highest white light to come and stand beside me and protect me and my collective watching this now. If there are any evil eye, I ask that you send it back tenfold. No time delay. As soon as they're watching this, let them know to back up, to back off with all of your raw power and might. What is the fire dragon message for the collective? You would not believe it if I wasn't doing it live. You are transforming, okay? External things will be changing, okay? these detours, any blockages that you may have had. Lights are going out for this party. Hmm. The lights just went out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up because I feel like Spirit is telling me to pick up the pace. Thank you for those that are still watching. Okay. This is a dream scope. Okay. All illusions with Neptune energy, all confusion is being transformed. Okay. This could be a third party situation, doesn't have to be. I feel like you solely connecting with God and moving away from your ascended masters and needing a medium, a go between you and God, and having a direct connect with source. Okay, all confusion. Okay, giving you strength where you feel vulnerable. Okay, tell us about this fire dragon. Okay, any confusion, all things are clear now as you're walking in your north node, you're walking in your purpose. Okay, you were looking toward the cosmos as I was looking up in that parking lot, always looking up. Okay, you've transformed. Okay, you may have walked away from some type of party life or third party, whatever that is. The lights went out, things are going dark. Okay, for the cosmos, and it's your internal fire. I also heard, yeah, it's a detour. This is divine intervention. That's that spiritual fire. Okay, like lightning, I said. Okay, it was red lightning. All right, for what? The awakening, so the fake light can go out and the real light, you will remember. Okay, memories, you will remember your raw power. Divine intervention, whatever you were just doing, there may be a blackout, there may be a shift, but this is your transformation and this is your purpose. Things have shifted, but it was a divine intervention because it was illusions and pink rose colored glasses on and confusion. Okay, Neptune energy. I have very high pitch ringing in my right ear now. Okay, could have been having some type of soul ties. This could be your family, your soul tribe. It doesn't have to be. Whoever you are, you may have moved, okay, or planning on moving. You may have switched locations, or you just could have changed. Your consciousness is what transformed. You may not have physically moved, okay? And this was a seed planted in you. Excuse me, guys. This was a seed planted in you for divine timing. And that's the divine intervention. You're this seed that's now erupting for this awakening. And there was some type of, you had to see, okay, any type of illusions. And it could have just also been what you were around, your environment for some. This could be a job for others. Whatever this external thing is, this is, it says party, but it came out in reverse. Then the lights went off. Whatever it is you were chasing, that went off. It is, but it went off for your awakening because now you're in your purpose. You had to trust divine timing. You were a seed. And so whatever that was went into reverse. So now you're boom. Whew. Okay, memories. A lot of you are getting your memory back. Okay. You have a lot of freedom and a lot of opportunities at this time. I don't think it's about opportunities though. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about this freedom. You have so many things coming towards you. You got to take time to decide what you want to do. You got so much freedom. This is your inheritance. This is your rebirth. You're being reborn again. Could be a Generation Xer. You don't have to be. Okay. Higher self activation. Why, E? I'm glad you asked. Because those cycles have changed.